Welcome to Bills Nation Daily, your ultimate daily dose of everything Buffalo Bills. Hit that subscribe button and join the most passionate Bills fans as we break down all the latest news, highlights, and game analysis. Go Bills! The NFL world is buzzing with excitement after the recent confirmation that Jared Verse, the 23-year-old edge rusher, has officially signed with the Buffalo Bills. This move instantly shifts the dynamics of the Bills' defensive lineup, creating a wave of speculation and anticipation among fans and analysts alike. Verse, known for his relentless pursuit and explosive sack ability, arrives with a reputation that precedes him, promising to bring a fresh energy to the Bills' pass rush. At just 23 years old, his youth combined with his evident hunger for success makes him a player to watch closely in the upcoming season. The signing raises questions about how Buffalo will integrate this dynamic player into their existing defense and whether Verse can replicate his college dominance at the professional level. Observers are already theorizing about the potential matchups he could exploit and how his presence will impact opposing quarterbacks' game plans. The Bills' defensive coordinator must now strategize ways to maximize Verse's speed, agility, and sack instincts to elevate the overall defense. Meanwhile, fans are imagining highlight reel moments and game-changing plays driven by this new addition. Could Jared Verse be the missing piece that finally pushes the Bills' defense into elite territory? The rumor mill suggests this signing is more than just a routine acquisition. It's a bold statement. Verse's arrival is stirring up conversations not only about his individual potential, but also about the future of Buffalo's defensive scheme. People are speculating if the Bills will adopt a more aggressive blitz-heavy approach, leveraging Verse's pass-rushing skills to pressure quarterbacks relentlessly. Some insiders whisper that Verse's relentless edge-rushing style might even inspire a tactical shift, blending his abilities with the talents of established stars to create an unstoppable defensive front. There's chatter about how the locker room chemistry might evolve with a young, hungry player like Verse injecting new life and competitiveness into the squad. Analysts are comparing Verse's trajectory with other greats who made immediate impacts in their rookie years, wondering if the Bills just secured a future defensive cornerstone. The pressure will be on him to live up to expectations, but rumors suggest that Verse thrives in high-pressure environments, relishing the challenge of stepping onto the big stage. While skeptics might question whether a 23-year-old can seamlessly transition into the NFL grind, the buzz is overwhelmingly positive, with many betting on Verse's raw talent and work ethic translating into consistent production. This signing isn't just a footnote. It's potentially a game-changer in Buffalo's defensive narrative. The ripple effect of Jared Verse joining the Bills extends beyond just the defensive line. It has sparked conversations about the team's overall strategy moving forward. Speculators are questioning if this signing signals a larger trend of the Bills investing heavily in defensive youth and athleticism to complement their high-powered offense. The rumors point towards a future where the Bills might prioritize speed and versatility on defense, aiming to outpace opponents and create constant pressure. There's also a buzz around how Verse's energy could inspire younger teammates, fostering a culture of relentless effort and aggressive play. Fans are imagining a defense that not only frustrates opposing offenses, but also creates turnovers and momentum-shifting plays. Could Jared Verse become the catalyst for a defensive renaissance in Buffalo? The excitement is palpable as media outlets begin crafting narratives around his potential impact. Speculative discussions include the possibility of Verse becoming a fan favorite quickly due to his dynamic play style and visible passion on the field. The signing has injected a fresh wave of optimism into Buffalo's season outlook, with many hoping that Verse's addition translates into more wins and deeper playoff runs. The potential storylines surrounding this young edge rusher are already captivating the NFL community. Furthermore, the buzz around Jared Verse is generating speculation about his role on game day and how the Bills might utilize his unique skill set. Some insiders suggest he could be deployed in various positions along the defensive front, exploiting mismatches and keeping offenses guessing. The idea that Verse might not be confined to a traditional edge role but instead become a versatile chess piece, has become a popular talking point. Fans and analysts alike are dreaming about the possibilities. Imagine Verse lining up as a linebacker on some downs, rushing off the edge on others, and even dropping into coverage occasionally. This unpredictability could make him a nightmare for opposing offensive coordinators. The rumor mill is alive with theories about how the Bills' defensive coaches will experiment with schemes to unleash Verse's full potential. There's also talk about his impact on special teams, where his speed and tackling ability could prove invaluable. Questions about how quickly he'll adapt to the speed and complexity of NFL offenses abound, but many believe that Verse's athleticism will allow him to make an immediate splash. The signing has prompted a flurry of optimistic projections and imaginative scenarios for Buffalo's defensive future. The excitement around Jared Verse continues to grow as fans eagerly await to see how this promising player will shape the Bills' identity. As Jared Verse settles into the Bills organization, rumors about his influence on team culture and leadership are starting to surface. Though young, Verse is said to possess a fierce competitive spirit and a natural ability to motivate those around him. Speculative chatter suggests that his presence could spark a new wave of confidence among the defensive unit, possibly inspiring veterans and rookies alike to elevate their performance. Some insiders hint that Verse's relentless work ethic in training camp and his visible hunger for sacks have already caught the attention of teammates and coaches. There's talk that his passion and intensity might foster a more aggressive and fearless defensive mentality. This intangible impact could be just as important as his physical contributions on the field. Fans and commentators alike are intrigued by the possibility of Verse becoming a vocal leader despite his age, serving as a spark plug for the team's defensive aspirations. The rumor mill also points to how Verse's signing might influence future draft strategies or free agent pursuits, signaling a commitment to building a defense around speed and aggression. The storyline of a young player stepping in to shake up the locker room atmosphere adds another layer of intrigue to this signing. The hype surrounding Jared Verse's signing has led to plenty of speculation about how his style of play compares to other elite pass rushers in the league. Some analysts are drawing parallels to players known for their explosiveness and ability to wreak havoc in the backfield. The rumor is that Verse might develop into a similarly feared weapon, one who can consistently disrupt quarterbacks and change the course of games. His sack-seeking mentality is already making waves, with fans envisioning highlight reels filled with strip sacks and pressure-packed moments. Yet, the question remains, will Verse be able to translate his college dominance into NFL success? While skeptics point out the steep learning curve, proponents argue that his raw athleticism and relentless motor give him a leg up in adjusting quickly. Conversations are also swirling about whether the Bills will pair Verse with another elite pass rusher to create a formidable duo. This potential pairing could make Buffalo's defense one of the most feared in the league. The buzz around Verse's abilities and ceiling continues to build, generating excitement and plenty of speculative debates among the football community. Jared Verse's signing has also ignited speculation about how opposing offenses will adjust to his presence on the Bills' defensive front. Rumors abound that teams will now have to game plan differently, accounting for Verse's speed and sack threat on every snap. This new pressure could force quarterbacks to make quicker decisions or avoid the blind side altogether, changing the rhythm of opposing offenses. The idea that Verse might become the key disruptor who alters offensive strategies is fueling discussions among commentators and fans. Some predict that his aggressive style will force offensive lines to dedicate extra blockers, freeing up teammates for impactful plays. There's even talk about the psychological effect Verse could have on quarterbacks, instilling fear and hesitation that could lead to mistakes. This ripple effect of Verse's presence adds a layer of intrigue to Buffalo's defensive outlook. Speculators wonder if this signing might inspire a defensive resurgence not just for the Bills, but as a statement across the league. The buzz surrounding how teams will try to counter Verse only heightens the anticipation for what's to come. Lastly, the excitement around Jared Verse's signing isn't limited to the present moment, but extends into bold rumors about his long-term impact. Speculation is rife that the Bills may have landed a franchise player, someone who could anchor their defense for years to come. Fans are dreaming of Verse's name becoming synonymous with Buffalo's defensive identity, a player who defines a new era of toughness and relentlessness. The rumors extend to his potential for Pro Bowl selections and even Defensive Player of the Year considerations down the line. There's talk about how the Bills might build around him in future drafts and free agency, creating a defense that is balanced yet dominated by his explosive pass-rushing presence. The story of Jared Verse is already being written with chapters full of promise and possibility, with fans eager to see if this young edge rusher can live up to the high expectations placed upon him. This signing has the hallmarks of a defining moment in Buffalo's franchise history, one that could reshape their destiny in the fiercely competitive NFL landscape. Before we dive back in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest Buffalo Bills updates straight to your screen. And hey, don't hold back. Let us know your thoughts on today's news down in the comments. As the dust settles on the Jared Verse signing, the rumor mill continues to churn with tantalizing possibilities about his immediate impact on the Buffalo Bills defense. Some insiders speculate that Verse could earn a starting role early in the season, given his impressive preseason performances and the apparent fit within the defensive scheme. There's a growing belief that his speed off the edge and ability to beat tackles one-on-one might force the coaching staff to adjust their rotation, giving him significant snaps. Observers wonder if the Bills will rely on Verse in critical situations, such as third downs, where his knack for pressuring the quarterback could be a game-changer. The chatter around practice reports suggests that Verse is already impressing veteran defenders, learning quickly and fitting in seamlessly with the team's culture. The buzz is that his work ethic and determination to sack quarterbacks might translate into key moments that swing close games in Buffalo's favor. Speculation about his rookie season stats is already rampant, with some predicting double-digit sacks and impactful plays that highlight his potential as a disruptive force. The excitement around Verse is palpable, with fans eagerly anticipating his debut and the possible highlight plays that could become instant classics. There's also a swirling rumor that Jared Verse's presence might spark a competitive edge among Buffalo's defensive linemen, pushing them all to elevate their games. Speculators are suggesting that Verse's hunger and aggressive playing style could serve as a catalyst for a more intense and unified defensive front. The idea is that teammates might rise to the occasion, inspired by his example to hustle harder and fight for every yard. Some insiders believe that this newfound energy could be a factor in improving Buffalo's run defense as well, with Verse's penetration forcing offenses to alter their blocking schemes. Fans are envisioning a defense that is not only relentless in pass rush, but also stout against the run, thanks in part to Verse's disruptive ability. Rumors also include the possibility that Verse might become a vocal presence in the locker room, helping to foster a culture of accountability and toughness. This potential ripple effect adds a layer of excitement, suggesting that Verse's impact might be felt beyond the stat sheet and into the very heart of Buffalo's defensive identity. The speculation about his broader influence keeps growing as the season approaches. Some rumors hint at an intriguing storyline involving how Jared Verse's signing might influence Buffalo's draft strategy moving forward. Speculators suggest that with a young, promising edge now on the roster, the Bills might shift focus to acquiring complementary defensive pieces in the upcoming drafts. There's talk about prioritizing linebackers or defensive backs to support a defense that could become increasingly aggressive and fast-paced, leveraging Verse's pass rushing skills to create turnovers. The buzz includes theories that the Bills might be looking to build a more versatile defense that can disguise coverages and blitzes, using Verse as a key chess piece in this complex puzzle. Fans and analysts are imagining how the team could evolve with this approach, potentially transforming Buffalo into one of the league's most feared defensive units. There's even speculation about whether this signing signals a longer-term shift in philosophy under the current coaching staff, emphasizing youth, speed, and aggression over traditional size and power. The whispers about how Verse might fit into this bigger picture only add to the intrigue surrounding his arrival. Beyond the tactical and strategic speculations, there's growing buzz about Jared Verse's off-field potential and his ability to become a fan favorite in Buffalo. Rumors suggest that his engaging personality and evident passion for the game could endear him to the Bills' faithful quickly. Some insiders hint that Verse has already been involved in community activities and team events, building connections that could deepen his roots in the city. Fans are speculating that his on-field intensity paired with off-field charisma might make him a popular figure, featured in promotional campaigns and media appearances. The possibility of Verse becoming a household name in Buffalo in a short time has sparked enthusiastic conversations online and in fan circles. This dimension of his signing paints a picture of a player who is not just about sacks and tackles, but also about leadership and community engagement. The buzz about his growing profile off the field complements the excitement about his football potential, making him a well-rounded addition to the Bills organization. The rumors about his broader impact on team culture and fan engagement add another exciting layer to his story. A particularly juicy rumor involves the potential for Jared Verse to develop into a signature player for the Bills' defense, one who could shape the franchise's identity for years. Speculators are suggesting that his style of play, relentless, energetic, and disruptive, might perfectly embody the kind of defense Buffalo wants to build around. There's talk about him becoming the face of the defense, a player who inspires teammates and strikes fear into opponents. This speculation extends to the possibility of Verse being in the conversation for defensive awards in the near future, assuming he fulfills his promise and adjusts well to the NFL's pace. The narrative developing is one of a young player whose trajectory is steeply upward, with the potential to become a cornerstone for Buffalo's defensive success. Fans are eagerly watching, hopeful that this signing marks the beginning of a new era where the Bills are as feared for their defense as they are admired for their offense. The rumor mill has latched onto this storyline, fueling excitement and debate about what Jared Verse could ultimately represent for Buffalo. Finally, speculation continues about how Jared Verse's signing fits into the broader narrative of the NFL's evolving defensive landscape. Some believe that his speed and agility are emblematic of the shift towards more versatile and dynamic defenders, capable of disrupting offenses in multiple ways. The rumors suggest that Verse might be part of a new generation of edge rushers who blend traditional pass rushing techniques with coverage skills and run defense. This multidimensionality could make him an invaluable asset in an era where defenses must constantly adapt to fast-paced, pass-heavy offenses. Fans and commentators are speculating that players like Verse represent the future of defense, one where adaptability and athleticism are key. This broader context elevates the excitement around his signing, framing it not just as a single-player acquisition, but as a strategic move aligned with the NFL's ongoing evolution. The rumor mill thrives on this narrative, imagining a Bills defense that is ahead of the curve, powered in part by the promising talent of Jared Verse. That's a wrap for now. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay on top of all things Buffalo Bills, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. We'd love to hear what you think in the comments. See you in the next update.